and welcome to the latest episode of The Altar. It, we're, Yimmer just left? Okay, that's
I
fine.
accidentally clicked
And
on the
he's
wrong thing.
back.
Yeah, he starts the episode. Yimmer's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm out.
Actually, fuck this.
So, obviously, we got me, we got Yimmer, we got Ben. And what are we talking about tonight, guys? We're talking about the fucking Kyle Rittenhouse trial. That's the biggest clown show I've ever fucking seen in my life. But before we get into that, we got to talk about Yimmer's sound quality. Yimmer, why don't you talk? Just talk a little bit.
Wonder what you guys are wearing out there.
Oh yeah, show your microphone.
It's nice and pink.
Honestly, it's actually a great color of pink. I'm not gonna lie. The light kind of fucks with it a little bit, but it's like a pastel kind of pink, kind of like Cadillac pink.
It's very tasteful.
It's actually not a bad color.
So what we did is me and Ben got sick of Yimmer's shitty sound, his shitty audio, and some of us have to take the podcast a little seriously. So me and Ben were gonna throw down a mic for him, but then I was like, oh wait, I got fucking eBay gift cards that I didn't do anything to get, and I ended up paying like $7 out of pocket, and now Yimmer sounds delicious. So
Nutritional.
and now that we have the good sound quality, we're gonna get him a remote control anal vibrator, and me and Ben are gonna take turns using it in one of the podcast episodes.
No, I think that is all going to be you, Matt. I'm just gonna be the witness to be sure it's all consensual.
I'm gonna have you roll dice and like pick from there. So, anyways, the fucking Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Have any of you been watching any part of the live streams when it was going on?
No, I'm
Correct.
actually surprised. I because usually for court cases they usually don't have any type of cameras or anything like that. I'm guessing they made an exception or had everyone write it off as like being okay to do.
I think they do. But I think it's COVID stuff, right? Like COVID wise, they have it set up for that, so they probably just like whatever live stream.
I'm assuming that everyone's got to sign off on it though, because I remember it's a big thing. Like you can't have a recording device of any kind usually in a courtroom for a bunch of reasons. That's why usually you only see drawings. You only see like pictures and stuff for most court cases, like especially big ones too.
Some cases are different for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Like they just have the equipment there,
it's
and
based on municipality, the local laws. But generally speaking, usually don't even record any of it. But I'm guessing there's either you can have a mutual agreement between both, parties, or I guess it could be a COVID related thing where that county, state, or federal, whatever, wants it that way. I don't know, or that's one of the laws there. I just thought it was interesting to have any recordings at all, because I thought that'd be a really bad idea for either side, because if one fucks up like they did in that clip everyone's watching, you kind of have where it's just embarrassing for the other party.
Dude,
or it's all fake.
Yeah. They did it
Everything's a
intentionally.
conspiracy theory if you think hard enough.
My thought is that they fucking threw the prosecution through this case so hard so they can lobby the government to be like, no one should be allowed to do anything. And my fucking window sound just went through, I'm sure.
They just want riots. That's what they want. They need a distraction from how fucking horrible the Biden administration is going. So they're like, hey, let's just BLM. Y'all still got your shit.
Yeah, dude. But it was funny. So, it was in Marcel's Discord, right? That they dropped the link on last Monday, where it was like, oh yeah, like live stream. I'm like, oh, they're live streaming this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I popped in randomly at it, and I'm listening to like I'm like it's like the defense guy, right? Like the defense was talking and shit. I was like, he's kind of a bad defense attorney, because like he's making a decent case for the defense, but it kind of sounds like he's prosecuting too, which is it's really weird for a defense attorney to be doing. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, this is the prosecutor. This is the assistant DA.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what is he doing? Right? And then the actual defense attorney went up and whatever. It was talking. There was when I think Dominic Black was up. That was Kyle's friend that bought him the AR. Was talking and whatever.
Based.
And he was talking about, he's like, well, I didn't feel comfortable with Kyle doing anything, but he's like, well, I didn't stop him either. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Like, y'all went there to do whatever. And he was saying this was like one of their the prosecution's witnesses, and he was saying like, oh yeah, Kyle was going around like getting medical supplies at my house before going, and they wanted to go help people and stuff because they were there earlier cleaning graffiti and shit. Basically, like a detailed account of what happened, but was saying like that like during that night, Dominic Black was getting shit thrown at him. But the prosecutor's like, well, why didn't you shoot at them? He's like, well, I didn't feel like it was threatened. I'm like, well, yeah, because they weren't running up on him. They were just pussies at a distance, throwing shit at him. So, and then like, so the prosecution did their shit to make it like, oh yeah, like Kyle Rittenhouse, he went there looking for trouble and got it, whatever. And then the defense came up and was like, yeah, interesting. Your trial was actually scheduled before this case, and they bumped it. It's like, why is that? Basically, like, it was getting to, like, are you hoping for a recommendation to not charge you from your testimony? And he was like, well, yeah. I'm like,
At least there's no perjury.
so
Dishonest.
So the fucking prosecutor had to come back up and talk to him and was like, what, remember when we first talked, like, what did I tell you? Like, and then Dominic Black, like, without missing a beat, was like, the truth and nothing but the truth. He's like, yeah, okay, we're just making sure, we're on the same page. I'm like, yeah, you were just hoping he would say all this shit. I'm like, that's completely suspect, right? So then there was, and I got in at, like, the right times, like, because it was, like, all day trial, like live stream, but I got in on the other day when McGinnis was up. That was like the what was the Daily Beast journalist, I think. Does that sound right?
The Daily Beast.
I don't know if it was the Daily Beast or whatever. Daily something. Maybe.
The cock and ball torture, I don't.
He was like the guy that was like following, he was like with Rittenhouse when Rosenbaum was chasing him before Rosenbaum, died doing what he loved, chasing little boys. So he was saying, he's like, yeah, like, from what I could tell, like, I didn't know if this other group of people were gonna chase after, like, we're chasing after Kyle, or already moving that way in general. So it's like, okay, well, you didn't know, like, what Rosenbaum was trying to do, right? Like, not any time in his life, you didn't know what he's, like, ever thinking any time in his life. So you didn't know what he's gonna do when he got to Kyle. He's like, well, he said fuck you and reached for the rifle. Like, god damn, like, this is complete clown shit to me. I'm like, did you guys not, like, talk to see if this would be a good like a good line of questioning to do? Is it like absolute retardation? And today, the big clip, I think we've all seen it. It was like the most, the fucking prosecution is done. As for the people that if you're listening to it right now, you listen to us right now live, or you're gonna be listening to the podcast and didn't catch it for some weird reason. Basically, the guy that Rittenhouse blew this dude's arm off. It was I don't even know what his name is. It's a Gage or something gay. He's a communist, whatever. That's something to be noted. But he was saying, like, he feared for his life, or whatever. And then when the defense was questioning him, was like, okay, so you ran up on Kyle with your gun out, and Kyle only shot you when you were pointing your gun at him, correct? And he's like, correct. And then that was the fucking defense, like, all right. And then you see the defense attorney with his hand on his head, like, oh man, we're fucked. We're officially fucked.
Prosecutor with his hand.
Fuck. Yeah, the prosecutor was like, oh my god. Gage Groskitz or whatever. Yeah, free Saint Rittenhouse, GD in the chat. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna call him Comrade Gape because he got his bicep gaped.
Mm-hmm. The gayest way possible. That was fucking hysterical. So then, because the video I saw was the live stream of like different law offices that were live streaming it from their channel. And, I think one of the dudes was, like, drinking, like, scotch the whole day or something.
That actually sounds like a good time. I'm not gonna lie.
Because the first day I saw him, I'm like, dude, it's, like, fucking noon. And he's pouring himself a little glass. He's like, hey, I'm in it for the long haul, baby.
Yeah.
So he's like, that's it. He's like, that's it. He's like, directed, fuck. What was the... directed verdict or whatever, and I never heard that before, so I looked it up before we got on this, because this shit was like, I was working out before the episode here. What the fuck is that? What is that? What it is if the the prosecution has basically failed to make the case before they submit it to the jury for deliberation. They can just motion the judge like, hey, listen, like they have yet to make like an actual case against our client. You need, like, we motion you to just give the verdict yourself, so without any jury. So
That's a
probably-
risky move, honestly.
No, what it my understanding is that the judge can deny the motion and let it go to the jury.
Oh, okay.
So it's still that, but like if the well, yeah, but I think the judge is on the side of Rittenhouse because I guess he's been laughing randomly throughout the trial, like at the prosecution shit. So, but no, like, because like, I mean, the judge was pissed at the media for like fucking calling shit. He's like, you don't know Wisconsin law. Clearly, like CNN, like he called out CNN and shit like sometime last week for how they're reporting. Yes, that is Rakita Law is the channel. Yes, I think it's Rakita. That's pronounced. I'm not trying to pronounce anything right tonight.
Rakita.
I got the IPAs out. Yeah, Rakita Law, dude. That guy looks great. He's base as fuck. Drinking scotch at like fucking noon. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, I closed my law office today to watch this trial. So yeah, so it was like so I would assume that, because I don't know what time of day that revelation came out, where the dude, the survivor, fucking basically said like, yeah, ran up on him with a gun pointed at him. Well, that's what we all knew that last year. We saw the video. We saw that he like stopped and put his hands up, and Kyle just had the fucking gun on him, and then he fucking went to go point the gun back at Kyle, and Kyle shot his ass. I'm like, this kid's got dude's got fucking mad trigger discipline. Like he knows how to use that fucking rifle. I'm very impressed. I don't like that he's a bootlicker, but we can put that aside. We can put that aside for his handling.
We don't always get what we want.
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna?
I mean, I
do?
prefer that all those people didn't die, just disarmed or shot in a way that didn't kill them. But it is what it is.
So likely to me, I would imagine. I mean, because after that, it's basically the fact that if because they're trying to say that Kyle Rittenhouse went there to kill people, right? So if Kyle only shot, and this is the lone survivor, it admits like, well, he only shot me because I pointed my gun at him. If that's the lone survivor saying that, then the intent, that Kyle's intent, is that it was self-defense. He wasn't trying to just kill anybody. So you could probably do that directed verdict motion, and the judge will probably be like, yeah, like, I don't see any reason, like, because it's like the motion itself is like no jury, no reasonable jury would be able to convict on this, right? So it's like, so it's up to, like, I'll try like motion, it's up to you, judge, and then the judge can give like the verdict, like, yeah, the murder charges at least, because I think there's still the weapons charge he's got to deal with regardless, but at least they take the murder stuff off. Like, yeah, if the judge can, do the verdict on that, like, yeah, not guilty on those counts, and then leave it to the jury for the weapons charge, for example, or whatever. I think there's other random, like, lesser charges that the jury can vote on, but like, I don't know. Doesn't really fucking matter. I think, again, I'm pretty sure Kyle's gonna get off, and I can message that dude who sent me he sent me an ask on Tumblr and said, I hope Kyle Rittenhouse goes to jail and gets butt fucked or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like, come on. There's like,
it's like the go-to insult for this whole
I mean,
thing.
like, I mean, it's like, it's just one of those things that's always so annoying where it's like, yeah, you say you're very woke or very, like, this and that, and you're like, yeah, I hope the awful prison system that I hate will do exactly one of the major negatives of said system to this person I don't like for, objectively, subjectively, whatever, for defending himself, yada yada yada. Like, so you're admitting like a bunch of like it's just such a fucking like shitty thing. It's just shitty. I always hate that shit where it's like, if you go to prison and get raped, it's like, I thought you were against like prisons to begin with. Like,
what's funny about that guy that message because I've seen him before and I just ignore him because he's stupid. Is Oxford, comma forever, right? Is the Tumblr
Oh my
user.
god.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I went and crept his page. I'm like, oh, he's been dealing with Ben lately. I see.
Wait, how's it spelled? Like Oxford?
It's
Is it literally the word comma, or is it a comma in it?
Oxford word. Yeah, it's all words. Oxford, comma forever. And what's funny is like because he won't reblog the like what I noticed is he'll send he'll send asks to people that are fucking like irate, belligerent shit, like the most offensive shit. He's basically just trying to do it, but he'll never reblog it. And then his couple, like his handful of followers, well, when he starts getting anonymous messages saying like, "Yo, dude, you're a piece of shit," he's like, "Okay, like I don't know where this is coming from," and his followers are like, "Where, how do you get all these creeps like on you?" He's like, "I don't know." Like, you know, you're purposely doing it. I'm not.
I do like his profile picture. I will say I like that character from Mad Men.
Yeah, Mad Men.
That's the Silver Fox. It's a show I can barely ever actually have the ability
I've
to
never
watch, honestly.
seen a single episode of Mad Men.
It's pretty good. It's just I need a show with a little bit of violence. I know there's eventually like occasional like things and like backstory stuff, but I just
Oh, that's
one of those
right.
shows that
Ben
you can
got
play
his
into.
fucking grenade launcher. I'm just seeing that.
Mhm.
Paying attention. What's Twitter doing?
Mhm.
Well, we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, so I figured I'd
Because
bring
say
up the heavy
that
weaponry.
was like ATF tax stamp shit. Yeah, dude, how long you had to wait for that?
No, so this does not require a tax stamp. It is a 37 millimeter grenade launcher. So his 37 millimeter launcher technically is not any sort of restricted weapon, and you can just buy these. Normally they're $350, but I bought this from my coworker. So,
and then it's 37 millimeter. So it's not like the usual 40 millimeter stuff that I saw
correct.
with the infantry and shit. So
You can't get actual 40 millimeter grenades. You can't use those. You have you can get like flares and fireworks and shit, which will be cool for New Year's. But other than that, there's an adapter I can get to shoot 12 gauge out of this, but the barrel on this is too long. So if I shoot 12 gauge out of it, it would probably hit the barrel.
Oh, it'd fuck up the barrel.
So I'm just going to shoot fucking fireworks out of it. So
that's pretty neat. I always wanted to try to get one of those under barrel master keys, whatever you want to call them. But that just sounds heavy as shit. Fuck that.
Apparently, there was a prospective juror who said that if he had, if Kyle had an AR-15, she would find him guilty. So she got dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bitch.
No way. GD in the chat says he's like the prosecutor called Kyle's AR a large caliber weapon.
No. It's not.
It's small arms fire, you dumb. That's why I hate
5.56 is intermediate.
It's not. Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, not even being like a gun technical nerd about it. It's just it's right slam in the middle. It's even on the smaller end of those kind of intermediate cartridges too.
That's ridiculous. That's like all these motherfuckers. Well, go the case itself. So the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. It's like I don't. With all the video evidence, anyone that wanted to try this is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fucking insane, because anyone who is reasonable could have looked at those videos the week after it happened. Yeah, this kid, we can probably get him on the weapons charge, but trying to fucking say that he murdered these went out and hunted these people is a massive fucking stretch. There's no way in hell. But they did it.
Well, it's it's the same shit with George Zimmerman, where it's yeah, this is a very clear cut case, but we got to make a fucking huge public thing out of it because of what it is.
Didn't Zimmerman actually hunt him down though?
No, he didn't. This is the thing about Zimmerman that people don't get is Zimmerman, maybe he was a little overzealous and calling the cops on this kid, but the last thing he told the dispatcher was that he was going to wait by his truck by the side of the road and gave a description of himself and his truck. It was yeah, I'll be right here. And Trayvon Martin went home and was on the phone with his girlfriend and told his girlfriend that he was going to go back and beat this quote creepy crack's ass, and went back and tried to fucking start a fight with him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you could make the argument that Zimmerman maybe instigated the situation by being there and calling the cops on Trayvon, but Trayvon was home and Trayvon decided to go back out.
Zim's a dirty bootlicker.
Yeah, Zim is a dirty bootlicker. However, He did save that
Leprechaun.
family from their fucking like burning rolled over SUV that one time. So there was that.
Incredible.
However, yes.
Leprechaun.
However, yes, he is a bootlucker, but he did sell the gun that he shot Trayvon with on eBay, or tried to. And it was hilarious.
Didn't they pull that? Didn't he
I
try to
think
sell
they
it?
did. He probably.
weird.
My guess is he sold it privately, but yeah, eBay was like, or not eBay, excuse me, Gunbroker was like, hey, no, sorry, we're not doing that.
I don't blame him on that one. That's just weird.
Hmm.
A little creepy for anyone who's trying to buy it anyhow.
It's like it's the male version of the white women that love serial killers, but not to that extent, I guess, because he wasn't a serial killer. It was like the memorabilia, I guess. So creepy, like this killed a black kid and it's famous, so I want that gun. Like, wait, what? That gun?
What? I'm sorry. What? Hey, pause. Can you
Pause
take
with
that gun and blow your brains out with an action?
The funny part too is it's such a shitty handgun. It's a fucking Kel-Tec.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it's maybe $300, and like I remember when I used to work at gun stores, we used to sell it, and I was like, yeah, you don't want that. That's a piece of shit. You're gonna pull on that. That's gonna jam, and
Michael
you're gonna
in
get
the chat
like.
says he'd buy that gun. All right. Well, why didn't you?
Why didn't you, huh?
Huh?
Huh? What kind of guns you got, boy? Let's see.
Oh,
What you got, boy?
I got these, baby.
So
Oh shit!
I had, speaking of shootings again, I got to bring up Alec Baldwin thing again because I had some more interactions with people about my post. Like I had made that post saying that Alec Baldwin, along with everybody else in that set, fucked up. But I'm like, but Alec Baldwin didn't follow any of the safety rules, and he didn't even check to see if it was loaded or not. And some dude responded to that. It was like, you people are a bunch of hypocrites. Like, you say you don't like cancel culture, but you like, as soon as Alec Baldwin, who doesn't politically agree with you, like you attack him and you want to cancel him. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Just because somebody kills somebody due to their negligence
Like,
doesn't mean you can just cancel them. It's like,
no, he
hold on.
tried to make the argument that, look, there were dummy rounds because they look real. So it was like, Alec Baldwin could have checked, and he wouldn't have known if those were live or or dummy rounds. I'm like, well, dummy rounds, I would hope, have some indicator on it that you could glance at it that the camera can't see, in a fucking wheel gun. I'm like, okay, do you think Alec Baldwin would have put that gun to his head and pulled the trigger without checking it first?
No.
He would have had blanks anyways, though, to be fair.
A blank could kill you if you put it.
Yeah,
there.
blank could straight up kill you at that, literally like this close.
Yeah, he wouldn't,
easily.
He wouldn't do it no, but if he thought there were dummy rounds just for show, right? But like dummy rounds normally, like the lower end ones, I guess, have holes in the side of them. And the higher end ones, you can't tell. You have to shake them, which is kind of fucking stupid. I'm like, just don't have the fucking primer in it, because most of the time for movies, you fucking see, like, you see the front of the gun, so you see the actual, like, the bullet, the casing, maybe, I don't know, whatever, from that. So I'm like, if the primer's out of it, that's a quick open the fucking, knock the wheel out, look at it, like, okay, pop it back in, and you're good. You know that thing's not gonna fucking go. So again, the rest of my case. But he was like going on about fucking like he was like tagged at McCarthy hearings and shit, like the cancel culture. I'm like, what? No one's bringing up cancel culture. I'm like, I love cancel culture. Okay, I hope all these motherfuckers get canceled so I never have to see their stupid fucking faces again. I'm never gonna get canceled.
When it's deserved. I don't mean like I'm assuming you don't mean like 10 years ago someone made a shitty joke that's not even funny type beat, like someone molest somebody actually type beat.
What?
What?
We're saying cancel culture stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like what was it Dave Chappelle's thing about Kevin Hart was like 4 tweets short of being perfect, and he was talking about like the doll out, like it was like he made some joke like, found out my son was gay. If I found out my son was gay, I'd break his dollhouse. And Dave Chappelle was like, I've known gay people growing up, like their experiences are nothing like that. It's a very mild experience that Kevin Hart made up, because I'm like, gay people, dude. You see videos of like kids coming out to their parents, like, I mean, I don't know if I've seen anything recently, but I know like a couple years ago some dude came out to his like super Catholic or Christian family, and they fucking got irate with him. I'm like,
Mhm.
holy shit! I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have came out to him, but that's what it is. Mm-mm-mm. So so how long do you think it's gonna be till Kyle's walking officially free?
Couple
Tomorrow?
weeks.
Ooh, how much money do you think he's gonna get?
Hopefully a couple million.
Let's see.
Can hook up with Nick Sandman.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fucking hysterical. But what else we got with that fucking case? I wonder what like because if they're because if they're live streaming it tomorrow, I gotta watch it. Oh my god, there's a video. Aiden in the chat. It's like, do you see that video of a grown man coming out to his dad as a brony? Was that Chris Chan? Oh no, his dad's dead or something. I don't know. Is Chris,
There's
Chris
there's
Chan still
tons
dead?
of those videos though, where someone comes out as like something that's totally not like a sexuality, like not being lesbian, bi, whatever. It's just like a fetish, and like the complex you mentally have to have for that is so like I it's not even like cringy. It's just kind of like upsetting for like because you know there's so much more going on in that head that needs to see a therapist.
Yeah. Therapy.
But what can you do? You don't want to be a bigot.
Yeah, I mean, if you came out as like a furry, I just be like,
I like
okay.
those posts.
Not my kids though. I'd get the shotgun.
I like those posts where like there's like a breakdown because there's like all these sexualities and shit that like or whatever like you're pansexual, demisexual, or whatever, and there's already like an actual like pansexual like okay it's bi. Well no it's like it's because of with gender fluid or whatever like it's bi.
I mean I would technically qualify myself as pan if I want to get technical, but I just use bi because it's so much easier to explain. Just whatever. I don't care. As long as you're hot.
Yeah.
That's usually just how you explain it anyways, because no one says like, oh, I'm pan. You just say they're bi 9 out of 10 times, unless they're like, yeah, like a really pride-centric place where like, you know, people get very technical with it.
Get technical. Like I'm a fucking I don't know all the words. I'm not gonna try to pretend to make something.
You know, gender fluid, like mask expressing, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's for me. I just don't. It's just like, hey, whatever you feel comfortable. I don't care really. You know,
are you gonna open your butthole or not? That's all I.
It's more of just what do I fucking call you?
Where they'll be whole or where they'll not be whole. That is the question.
Oh, with me, it's always whole.
Oh, I wonder.
There's always whole.
I haven't checked Twitter to see what's going on with because I don't know if Rittenhouse is trending right now, but it would be.
I'm sure it's blowing up.
Yes.
Because I'm like, they've got to be freaking the fuck out. Got to be freaking the fuck out right now. I would hope. I'm gonna check.
Oh my god! I can't believe he's just gonna get away with defending himself.
Oh,
legally,
dude. That was the other thing. There was some detective. I'm not gonna try to pronounce.
It was just like fucking lying on the stand.
Yeah, he was saying he was saying a bunch of shit, and someone's like, "Oh, it's very interesting that the guy has the last name of the county attorney?
The DA and the mayor."
Yeah, the DA and the mayor, because I guess he's actually related to him and shit. God, what a fucking.
But when that create almost an implicit bias if you're related to someone in the courtroom.
Fucking
in the sense of being like a witness.
Bias.
Is he a witness technically, or is he supposed to be just like someone involved in the case?
He's a witness because he's a
okay. So he's okay then.
Oh, because he was the guy. Because when Dominic Black was on the stand, like this was the guy like showing, like bringing up the guns and stuff to show. So he was like active in the courtroom, like helping out, on like day one. Which is a little weird.
I'm sure a lawyer will bring that up in some way, or maybe they might want to avoid it because then it's like hearsay or some other shit.
This is the other thing. Like I got in a long fucking at the time the shooting happened. I got in some long like Facebook argument, I guess you'd call it, with some dude that lives in Portland who's like he's probably more leftist instead of like a liberal or whatever.
Hold on, wait. You mean to tell me somebody who lives in Portland is a little more leftist?
Some cracker in Portland.
Yeah. Some cracker in Portland.
It's unheard of.
He was going on like, because I was just saying like once that shit happened, Rittenhouse is an actor anyway. Probably. It's a psyop. False flag. False flag operation. They're just trying to. I don't know. So, yeah. Anyway, so I was talking to this person, and because my buddy Adam had posted like the shooting at first, right? And then I was like, I just went out. I'm like, from this little information, because it was like right after it happened, like this little information. I'm like, I'm gonna have to side with the kid that shot, right? And he's like, really? Like, what do you like this random dude that's never interacted with me? Like, why? I'm like, well, from the video, it looks like the dude was chasing him. I'm like, and if you're chasing after someone with that has an AR-15, you should expect to get shot. And he was like, and there was someone had edited a video at the time of him throwing like a Molotov, right? But I hadn't seen that. And the guy was like, well, you know that he was just a bag he threw, right? I was like, yeah, why would I think anything else? He's like, oh, because someone made a video that it was like a flaming Molotov, and it's not. I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter. I don't care if he threw a bag. I don't care if he threw a fucking pink dildo that said property of
What was in the bag?
Cock and ball torture.
Oh god, this is the worst. Me buying that mic for fucking Yimmer is the worst. He's gonna bring it up and do CBT. Oh,
ASMR CBT.
No, like I had this like long thing like where I was like arguing. I'm like, it's self defense. I don't give a shit what the kid's motives were. And he's like, well, he was like, he's a fucking wannabe cop. I'm like, who cares? I'm like
It's not pertinent to the situation, as cringe as that may be, sadly.
Yeah, like it's not pertinent. He's not actually a cop. Yeah, he went to fucking like little
the junior police thing, whatever it's called.
Like the junior
little cop academia.
Yeah. So he did all that. I'm like, I don't give it, like that has nothing to do with anything that happened. Like, and then the people. Oh my god, the fucking argument I hated the whole time was that like, well, none of them should have been there. Yeah, you're right. But guess what? That's not what fucking happened. So let's come back to reality for like 2 seconds and talk about what did happen.
That's like saying like, the Germans have been able to make an atomic bomb. Like, well, they kicked the Jews out, so like inherently it's not going to happen. Sorry.
One of my favorite arguments is that like Kyle, like because he drove 30 minutes to go from where he lived to that area, even though he worked in that area, that like he was going like too far out and was like looking for trouble. But like all those people who drove like fucking hours, like the dude whose bicep got blown out and like several other people drove like hours away to come fuck shit up, and nobody fucking holds that against them.
Because the thing was, which is ironic, is that he crossed state lines. He crossed an imaginary border, and that was
borders aren't real.
Yeah, so no, that was everyone's problem, because they didn't care that these other dudes had come from like literally the same distance away, or if not more. Because like you said, I think one of the dudes lives like 2 hours away, but some of them were like he was like, I think Kyle was like 20, 30 minutes away in Antioch. And then another dude was like 20, 30 minutes away, but in Wisconsin. So, but he was cool because he didn't cross the, state border. But no, Kyle, fucking, he did.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So the cop that took stand and like lied, is the nephew of Kenosha's mayor.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. God, thank you, GD. Appreciate that information. So, yeah, so it was like, I'm like, all this stuff is like fucking stupid. Like all these arguments where people are like, oh my god, like, yeah, they shouldn't have been there, or like, he was looking for trouble. Like, okay, let's play that too. He was looking for trouble by going there with an AR-15. You know who else is looking for trouble? The dumbasses chasing somebody with an AR-15. Like, you're not fucking, like the lack of critical thinking on this matter is fucking amazing. It's just like they see gun, and it's the wrong person holding the gun. So they're like, oh yeah, I'm against it. No matter what you say, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything. Go fuck yourself. Like, all right, well, how about you suck my dick from the back if it was long enough?
Just a bit of the tongue on the balls.
A little bit of tongue on the balls. So it wraps up. Well, we'll probably I can't wait. We might do next week. We'll peel off this and get into some other fun topics maybe for the rest of the hour. But yeah, next week I'm gonna fucking try to see how much salt I can harvest from people, and we'll talk. We'll do a part 2, like a post-mortem of the a post-mortem post.
Of the Rittenhouse affair.
Yeah, fucking amazing. So, oh, AIDS is trending on fucking Twitter too for some reason.
Hey,
AIDS?
Fauci's bullshit in the past.
Yeah, Ryan White, a boy who was diagnosed with AIDS in 1984 and subsequently faced a lengthy court battle to return to school, is referenced after talk show host Dennis Prager, oh my god,
Oh no.
said, during the AIDS crisis, can you imagine if the vast majority of people with AIDS had been pariahs the way the non-vaccinated are? Oh my god. Holy shit. They were.
Oops.
They were, though. Wait, if the vast majority of people with AIDS had been pariahs the way they were, they fucking, dude, back at the age, like the height of AIDS or whatever, man, everyone's freaking the fuck out. I mean, granted, I was young as shit, but I'm like, yeah, they were fucking pariahs. Like, if anyone thought you had AIDS, they didn't want anything to do with you. But that's not even the same as unvaccinated, because even unvaccinated people, they're like, oh man, just wear a mask, right? People with AIDS wish that is simple, like for them. Like, oh, just put a mask. Oh, put a mask, hang out with me. Like, what the fuck?
Just wear a condom.
How does that prevent COVID, though?
It doesn't.
Ooh,
Because COVID's not real.
COVID's fake.
Shout out to Max.
Shout out to Max. I wonder, okay, so now let's start taking bets. What reason is this episode going to get taken down? Because I feel like we hit some check marks. Because
I think I dropped a hard F at one point, so that might do it.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Because one dude on Twitter responded when we went live. He's like, I got a 12-hour suspension for saying that Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. I don't know if that was recent.
That might do it.
Or that might do it. And then if the algorithm, like if they're listening and you just said COVID's fake and not real, that might do it. Or actually, Yimmer coming in clear, that might do it. That might fuck up the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, we can't have this. Can't have this
anymore. Someone's gonna bust a nut.
Bust a nut. So.
Oxford Comma Forever is gonna bust a nut.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. As soon as Kyle is cleared, I'm fucking gonna reblog that ask he sent and tag him. Be like, oh well, I guess it didn't go the way you thought.
Guess you were fucking wrong, huh? You fucking queer.
He's trying to bet me $50. I'm like, I'm not betting you $50 because you're not gonna pay me. You're not gonna pay me. I know he's not gonna pay me because I don't know you, right? Like, hey
bro, give me your Venmo, dog.
Yeah,
your PayPal.
Like, put in escrow right now. Right now. What's escrow? I knew you wouldn't know what that is, dumbass.
Exactly.
Oh shit, that's right. I gotta prepay because my escrow was lower than it's supposed to be, so I gotta prepay so my mortgage payments don't go up.
Very hot. I'll be right back. I want to take a PS.
Super. Yeah, you go do that. I'm gonna have to grab a beer at some point. Depending how fast I drink it. The IPAs I take a little bit on. So I got the Lagunitas IPA, and it's a sipper. Sipper right there. Yeah, pick your ear, babe. So
yeah,
man, what else happened? It was like there was other stuff I was thinking about talking about, but once I saw that fucking Kyle Rittenhouse video, I was like, I lost my shit. I'm like, we have to.
I knew it was gonna be this.
Yeah, you knew what was going on.
I asked Yimmer, I was like, what is this topic gonna be? And Yimmer's like, I have no idea. And I was like, it's probably gonna be Kyle Rittenhouse. And lo and behold, I was correct. Yeah. I have foreseen this. I have foreseen all is proceeding as I have foreseen.
Well, so let me tell you a little story that I had today. So I went over to go demo my parents' fireplace, right, today. And I forgot I was supposed to do it today because I was like on the way to work and I was only like 5 minutes out of the house. And my mom calls me and she's like, oh yeah, so like where you at? Like what time are you coming over? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, I thought you come over to help us like demo the fireplace today. I'm like, that was today? I'm like, because you said you'd let me know. And I guess this is you letting me know officially. So I went over there and my dad's like, yeah, let's get ready to go. He had a fucking a small sledgehammer. Like it was like basically the handle was just a slightly bigger than my fucking palm, and it was probably like a 2 or 3 pounder, right? Like it was super weak. I'm like, I'm not fucking demoing your fireplace with this piece of shit. I'm like, I'm running to fucking work. I'm getting the big ass sledgehammer there, and then we're gonna try it again. Like there's no fucking way. So I did that all fucking day. And goddamn, it was a mess. I almost broke their fucking window with the first strike because like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna tap the brick, right? Like over the for the mantle. I tapped it, and one of the fucking brick pieces like shot off at the window.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start hitting it the other way. I'm starting it the other way.
Like a little wood pile in front of the window.
Yeah, dude, but it fucking took forever. And because what he's doing is he's just drywalling it up because it's not like a load bearing fireplace. Like it was like an afterthought thing that whoever had the house did it and shit. So, like we're like lugging the bricks. Like man, we got so many fucking like we had like 15 bags of the shit, and like the bigger bricks we put in a couple boxes to like lug to the like landfill. But like a lot of these bricks, like I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. And he's like, let's just stuff it in the fireplace because he's like, I'm burying it anyway. I'm like, yeah, because the plan is to flip the house. I'm like, yeah, that could be somebody else's problem if they ever fucking decide they're gonna remodel. Like, there's an old fireplace here with apparently a quarter of the bricks.
Huh.
So that was fucking fun today. That was and I ripped one of the bags. So it was good stuff. But I got home before my wife. I was able to shower, dude. I was so dusty, so fucking dusty. And my dad's like, I had masks. I got a mask we could put on. I'm like, yeah, I know you did, but I have a beard, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, just like I don't wear a mask because of my beard because I'll get COVID. I got COVID if I put a mask.
1800s fucking mindset right there. 1800s fucking Sigma mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Beard will stop all the diseases.
It's true.
The blitz. Well, that's the thing. I got a lot of nose hairs. Okay, I'm like, that's the filtration system. It's better than any N95 mask on the market. All right, my body can handle it. It's fine. You don't have to worry. Oh yeah. I heard about that rumor. Governor Newsom of California hasn't been seen publicly. Because they think he's
like
a
a handful
vax
of days,
injury.
right?
What's that?
Like I would say, he's been like out of like the scene for like 10 days, right?
Yeah, something like that.
They're gonna blame the vaccine, but in reality, he just got his fucking rectum prolapse from too much gay sex.
Sounds like
I
my
believe
kind of
it.
guy.
He got the wrong type of booster shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, well, damn, I'm trying to remember. I like it, like, at the end of the fucking every episode, like, I remember there was some other shit I was going to talk about. I believe I need to start taking notes. That's what I need to start doing. I don't fucking know. But, I listened to Marcel's latest episode of The Moral Minority. You guys should check that out. I didn't finish it. But Dan had made some fucking joke that Trump sounds like a motherfucker that never has had sex. And I'll say why. Because of like the grab him by the pussy thing. It's like, it sounds weird. Like you like question it. Like, what do you mean grab him by the pussy? Like, you can't really grab it or whatever. But he's like says shit that's like weird. He's like, and he compared it to like the 40-year-old virgin.
Bags of sand.
Yeah, the bags of sand shit. No, Dan does not have a new blog. I think after he got deleted the second time.
Dan gave up on Tumblr. He's better off.
Max was back on Tumblr. He got back yesterday, the day before, but he might be deleted again. I don't know.
Matt has like the record with like Luke M1911 for like most like resurrections and deletions. He may be back. He may not.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Luke hasn't remade yet, has he?
Luke has not remade. Luke said he's not going to for the time being.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. So, yeah, I keep. What's funny is like I was trying to get deleted this year, but now it's like it's one of those things now that I have a decent amount of followers, and I get really good engagement. I'm like, do I want to lose that? So maybe I'm gonna drop that word later and see if I can report. See what happens.
We're gonna save it.
Yeah, like I kind of want to save it. Like I kind of got reasons to
Heavy
hang
earned.
out. Dude. Oh, so I just thought about this fucking post. That post where I was calling like, where it was like it was a meme I posted where it was from the Umbrella Academy. It was talking about the it's like when you would explain that every individual has the right to live their life however they want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else, and it's like that doesn't make any sense. Like it would if you were smarter. And then we had that dude Knight's Freedom who says like, what about if they murder somebody? Like really? Like motherfucker, what part of this did you
What
not
was that last
understand?
part of that sentence there?
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I said him. And he fucking blocked me because what he did, he went down my recent posts and shit, and he started reblogging each one, commenting on it because he thought I was a communist. Because it was the episode we did about like if
I remember talking
if
about
the
this.
I'm like I was like if the minimum like if we don't raise the minimum wage, whatever episode we titled where if how's Yimmer supposed to get a mic if we don't raise the minimum wage or something, he's like, oh, like he reblogged. He's like, oh, it's like people that don't understand basic economics, and I'm like, listen to the episode. It's an hour long. I know you didn't listen to it because you wouldn't say that, but I fucking dunked on him constantly because he was like, why is the Constitution a trash document and like all this other shit. So I explained it to him, and he just blocked me, right? So I'm like, okay, well, fuck you, dude. I'm like, you can't if you can't take the heat, get the fuck off Tumblr. But I didn't block him. But he went and like just recently reblogged a bunch of shit of mine. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this shit. And so I fucking
Gotta be
blocked
blocked.
him.
Fuck off.
So now that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Is like if any motherfucker blocks me on Tumblr, they're getting insta blocked because of it. Because like I'm not fucking because Tumblr's so stupid. If you block somebody, you should not be able to block their shit. Obviously.
Yeah, that's fucking gay.
So yeah, anyone that blocks me on Tumblr, you're getting auto blocked. Well, not auto blocked, but as soon as I find out you blocked me, you're getting blocked, and you can suck my dick from the back. I like Aiden's like I messaged staff that if I get banned, I'll just come back more racist.
Just hold him hostage on that one.
Like the
Well,
fucking
we can't do that now. Be a
like,
weapon
it's
of
like
mass destruction.
if you strike me down now, I'll come back more racist than you can possibly imagine. Oh my god, it's incredible.
For every one N-word taken down, 2 will take its place.
I was is Luke and Sava? What's her? How do you say that name?
Racist version.
He's like maybe they're finally getting married, and that's where they're taking a break. That's that's a conspiracy theory I'll get behind. Very possible.
I now believe this.
Right.
I choose to believe this. I'm integrating this into my beliefs.
So I'm gonna go get a beer. And Ben, why don't you talk about your range day? Because it seemed like you had some autos.
We did. So some of the people we shoot with work with a business called Culper Precision, and they are a gunsmithing shop that have an SOT. So because of that, that means we get to play with cool shit. So we played with an H&K clone, and we played with a PPSH that would not work for shit. So I don't really have a whole lot of footage of the PPSH because it kept fucking jamming.
What's explain SOT?
SOT is a special license you can get when you're a federal firearms license or dealer that allows you to deal with like machine guns and suppressors and shit like that. I am too drunk to explain it accurately. It's the cool license. It's the cool stuff license.
Fair enough.
So if you want to own machine guns, you need an SOT.
So you just need like tag stamps and shit. I'm assuming that means like the modern ones, not like before 86 band thing.
So to get one made before 86, it is actually a tax stamp, but like that's all it is. So it's like a suppressor. So you just get a tax stamp and you get your pre-86 machine gun.
But anything modern or new, you need the SOT.
Anything modern or new, you need the SOT, correct?
Okay. The more you know.
So that's the other thing I forgot. You ever, the last 2 episodes we did,
Yeah.
my brother messaged me and was like, that dude keeps talking over you. I'm like, what guy? It's like the bottom pretending to be a top. And I'm like, oh. He was like, yeah, like the last episode you were doing, like you were fucking talking. And it's like, and then he just kept interrupting you. I'm like, well, it's not my, I mean, it's got like my name technically, right? The altar, right? I'm like, but it's not my fucking podcast. I'm a part of this. This can be seen if you don't know what capitalism, communism is, and you're retarded. You could see this as a commune podcast. It's not, but you could look at it that way. We're all
Our
equal in
podcast.
our podcast comrades. What is funny? I was like, dude, like who fucking cares? Like, it's like I'm not fucking. And he might appreciate you more now because your mic quality's better.
That might actually help a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Now, the next thing you got to do is you got to buy a boom arm, or you just wait 9 months. No, wait 11 months, and we'll just buckle again and buy you.
Hey, maybe.
Hey, baby, fucker.
Hey, maybe.
Maybe, baby.
Yeah. Oh, so that was the thing, guys. So I internet stalked Yimra for his address. I went crazy. I was like, I hand delivered the package to him. And he's like, how did you get my address? I was like, I just know. Just know things.
Kind of sucked him on the spot.
I watched you through your bedroom window.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I'm outside of your window. I came out of the pool and was like, hey, here's a microphone. And it's like, the pool's covered. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't even actually, is the pool covered?
It's covered.
Okay, because I was like, I would think it is at this time, but
it's been covered for like almost a month now.
I don't know.
At least
I just ruined my creep story, but it's fine.
Fucking great.
Yeah. So what else is going on? Oh yeah, so like the dude that mows the lawn at my work had hooked me up with weed for free. I'm like, because I guess he was working at like he was working at a farm by his house, like by work. Like there's like they have like a warehouse where like they're growing inside, and like they're starting now, but they're waiting on all the permits and shit. So, but they want to be ahead of the game. So it's like on the very hush hush. And he'd gotten some shit, and he fucking came. Like I got to work at 7 a.m. right? And he fucking, I don't know if I told the story already, and I might have. It's the drinking. We probably should stop drinking on this podcast, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Not gonna have him.
Fuck that.
Well, it was like
it's not gonna happen.
7 in the morning. He came over, and I'm like, "Why are you still up?" He's like, "Oh, I was working all night at the weed thing." But he didn't tell me at first. But I was like, "I know what it is. Like, you don't. Come on, please." But like, he's like, "Yeah, man, I brought you this weed," and he brought me a fucking pipe and shit. He's like, "I know you don't normally smoke, but dude, like, here you go, bro. Like, yo, hit it up." I'm like, dude, I got 3 kids. I'm like, I do not have the time to do this right now. He's like, man, just hold on to it. He's like, but hurry up with the pipe though, because he's like, I need that back, like sooner than later. I'm like, okay, you take this, I'll figure it out. Like, I'll take the weed. And then I was like, dude, I'm not gonna smoke this anytime soon. I'm like, it's gonna dry out or something. I don't know. I'm not a weed guy. I don't really know. But one of the delivery drivers I know likes to partake. So I texted him. I was like, hey, man. Oh, no, actually, I didn't text him. He texted me, and he was like, hey, do you got anything that's going today? I was like, no, but I think I got a package you might want to pick up. And I texted him a picture, and he's like, I'll be there in 5.
Yeah.
So he pulled up, and I was like, I don't know, is it good stuff? He's like, it smells great. He's like, but my smell's kind of off because I guess he got COVID. This is the dude. He got COVID, but he got the fucking 2 shots, right? I'm like, what the? Why would you get the fucking 2 shots? You got COVID, but whatever. It's your own body. Do whatever you want with it. He's like, my nose is still messed up from it. I'm like, dude, it was like 9 months ago that you had COVID. Get over it. And I told him to use a neti pot. He's like, no, I can't. No, it's not for me.
It would smell better.
So I offloaded it to him free of charge. I was like, I didn't pay for it, so neither should you. Very anti-capitalist of me, I guess. I don't fucking
Mm.
care. But
Got me.
he said, yeah, fucking communist. He said he was like, "Is it good?" He was like, it was good." But now I've got the dude that gave it to me. He's asking, he's like, "Oh, how'd you like this stuff, by the way?" I'll be like, "Dude, knock me on my ass." Like,
There you go.
Well, no, because
Gaslight him.
I've smoked before, so I know what to say because I always over smoke, always. Because I have this thing where I'm like, I think it's because when I like smoke cigarettes for so long, like I have to like get a lot. Like I'm like, oh, I don't fucking really like. I gotta like take like a couple like deep drags of it,
Hmm.
like right off the bat.
And cough bloody murder.
Yeah, so like I'll fucking. So I always like smoke a little bit, like smoke a little too much, right? Like within 30 seconds, and then I sit there. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really doing anything. And I'll do one more hit, and then it's like, boom! It fucking knocks me on my ass. I'm like, I can't move. Like, it was my I think I said this work. My buddy had come with a blunt, and I fucking. Oh yeah, GD, have a good night, man. But yeah, like I smoked a blunt one night. I was like, dude, I could not get out of the fucking like off the chair of the table for like an hour. It was game. I was like, oh god, it's game over. Like I felt fucking sick, dude. Like I felt sick, and I went to go stand up to go to bed, and my legs like basically gave out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay at the table. I'm just gonna stay at the table, and then I had that like after like an hour later, I was like almost passing out, and then I felt this like radiating feeling through my body. It was like very zen shit, and I was with it. I'm like, fuck yeah, like let's go, let's do stuff. I'm like, I hopped up and started dancing. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, let's go. It's like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. What's in that weed, baby?
Crack, PCP.
Yeah,
Getting wet.
Angel dust.
Angel dust, baby. So yeah, so whenever I need to talk to my wife about the weed special episode still. I forgot to bring that up to her.
Yeah.
Like my kids have been sick and shit. Like little TMI, my fucking one son is like just pissing out his ass. I was like, dude, stop drinking beers every night. We'll fix it up real quick. 2-year-old. But just fucking water. It's just water happening right now. Like, dude, what's gross? I'm like, I gotta change this shit. Like, baby. Yo, wifey girl, get over here and check this out. Nope. Okay, well, fuck me then.
Okay, I got you, bud.
You know what I'm surprised about? Ben didn't have anything delivered this whole fucking podcast episode. He's like, I got it delivered before it. Oh, it's because we start 30 minutes late. That's why.
It's because I'm making dinner tonight. You.
What you making?
Fucker. Tuna steaks.
Oh, God. Fair enough.
Gonna be good in the skillet. Yeah.
Okay. Impressive. All right. Well, I think we'll call it for the night unless there's any other topics we want to talk about.
I got nothing.
Just again, Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong, and yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. All right, boys. Well, everyone, thank you for coming out, and we will catch you next week.